Ayodhya Unveiled, a journey through time, mythology, faith, and transformation. Here's a detailed breakdown of the complex history and mythology surrounding the Babri Masjid in the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Part 1. Mythological significance of Ayodhya and Lord Rama. The spiritual epicenter. Ayodhya in Hindu mythology. Ayodhya, a city steeped in Hindu mythology, is venerated as the birthplace of Lord Rama, a principal figure in the ancient Indian epic, the Ramayana. Rama, an avatar of the god Vishnu, is a symbol of virtue and heroism. The Ramayana narrates his life, including his birth as a prince of Ayodhya, his exile, the abduction of his wife Sita by the demon king Ravana, and her subsequent rescue. The city of Ayodhya, according to this epic, was the capital of the Kosala kingdom, ruled by Rama's father, King Dasharatha. The narrative deeply influences Hindu cultural and religious traditions, with Rama's journey embodying the principles of dharma, righteousness, and the struggle between good and evil. The Legend of Ramayana. Ayodhya's eternal saga. The Ramayana, an epic that transcends time and culture, is intrinsically linked to Ayodhya. This ancient narrative, authored by sage Valmiki, tells the story of Lord Rama, Ayodhya's prince. The tale, revered for its deep moral and spiritual teachings, narrates Rama's life, including his exemplary reign, the abduction of his wife Sita by the demon king Ravana, and the epic battle in Lanka. Ayodhya, as Rama's birthplace and kingdom, is central to this saga. The Ramayana is not just a story, it's a cornerstone of Ayodhya's identity, deeply influencing its cultural and religious landscape. Rama's birth and Ayodhya's sanctity. Ayodhya's sanctity in Hindu mythology is largely attributed to being the birthplace of Lord Rama. According to the Ramayana, Rama, an avatar of the god Vishnu, was born to King Dasharatha and Queen Kausalya in Ayodhya. His birth is celebrated as Rama Navami, a major Hindu festival. This event is pivotal in Ayodhya's history, transforming it into a symbol of moral and spiritual values. The belief in Rama's divine birth has drawn pilgrims for centuries, making Ayodhya a focal point of devotion and reverence. Kosala kingdom's glory. Ayodhya's ancient past. In the grand narrative of the Ramayana, Ayodhya is depicted as the capital of the prosperous Kosala kingdom. Ruled by King Dasharatha, Rama's father, this kingdom was renowned for its wealth, righteousness, and justice. The descriptions of Ayodhya in the epic portray a city of great splendor and architectural magnificence, symbolizing an ideal society. This mythical representation of Ayodhya as a prosperous and just kingdom has contributed significantly to its historical and cultural importance in Hindu tradition. Divine descendants. The lineage of Rama. Lord Rama's lineage is an essential aspect of Ayodhya's mythological significance. As a descendant of the sun god Surya, Rama is part of the illustrious Ikshvaku dynasty. This lineage, comprising noble kings like Harishchandra and Bhagirath, is known for their piety and dedication to dharma, righteous duty. Ayodhya, as the seat of this dynasty, is not just a physical locale but a symbol of ideal kingship and moral governance. The reverence for Rama and his ancestors adds a layer of sacredness to Ayodhya, deeply embedded in Hindu consciousness. Festivals and traditions. Celebrating Ayodhya's mythology. Festivals and traditions in Ayodhya are vibrant embodiments of its mythological heritage. The most prominent is Diwali, celebrated as the return of Lord Rama to Ayodhya after his exile and victory over Ravana. The city lights up with millions of lamps, symbolizing the triumph of light over darkness. Another significant celebration is Ram Navami, marking Rama's birth. These festivals are not just cultural events. They are expressions of Ayodhya's deep-rooted connection to the Ramayana, bringing its mythology to life and strengthening the bond between the past and present. Part 2. Ayodhya and Ram Janmabhoomi, the birthplace of Lord Rama. Ram Janmabhoomi, the convergence of faith and history. The concept of Ram Janmabhoomi refers to the specific location in Ayodhya believed to be the birthplace of Lord Rama. This site has been a focal point of religious reverence for centuries. Pilgrims and devotees visit Ayodhya with the faith that it is the hallowed ground where Rama, one of the most revered deities in Hinduism, was born. Over the centuries, this belief has led to the establishment of various temples and religious structures that are near this site. The significance of Ram Janmabhoomi extends beyond religion, symbolizing a cultural and historical identity for many Hindus. It's a place that intertwines mythological narratives with the lived faith of countless devotees. Part 3. The Babri Masjid, Construction and Contested History. Babri Masjid. A monument's controversial past. The Babri Masjid, a mosque in Ayodhya, was constructed in 1528-29 under the orders of Mir Baqi, a general of the Mughal Emperor Babur. The mosque became a point of contention due to claims that it was built upon the demolished remnants of a Hindu temple. These claims were fueled by historical narratives and local beliefs that the mosque stood at the exact site of Ram Janmabhoomi. The mosque thus became a symbol of religious and historical controversy, with its origin story deeply entangled in the narrative of Hindu-Muslim relations in India. The dispute over the mosque's history reflects broader questions about the intersection of faith, history, and politics. Part 4. The Ayodhya dispute, a centuries-old conflict. Ayodhya dispute, a legacy of conflict and communal tensions. The dispute over the Babri Masjid and the Ram Janmabhoomi site has been one of the longest-running religious conflicts in India. It began to gain prominence in the 19th century as the site became an area of contestation between Hindus and Muslims. This period witnessed the first recorded instances of communal violence over the site. The dispute intensified in the 20th century, particularly after the 1947 partition of India, which heightened religious identities and tensions. The conflict over the site is not just a matter of religious belief but also of historical interpretation, national identity, and political power. It has spurred numerous legal battles, protests, and, at times, communal violence, reflecting the deep-seated nature of religious and cultural divisions in Indian society. Part 5. The political dimensions of the Ayodhya dispute. Ayodhya and Indian politics, a potent mix. The Ayodhya dispute has been a significant and contentious issue in Indian politics. It has shaped the political discourse, influencing policies and elections. Political parties, particularly those advocating Hindu nationalism, have often used the issue to galvanize support, framing it as a matter of religious and cultural pride. The Ram Janmabhoomi movement, spearheaded by several Hindu organizations, gained immense political traction in the late 20th century, culminating in the demolition of the Babri Masjid in 1992. This event marked a pivotal moment in Indian politics, leading to widespread communal riots and a realignment of political forces. The dispute has been a litmus test for India's secular framework, challenging the balance between religious rights and the nation's secular ethos. Part 6. The archaeological surveys and findings. Unearthing history. Archaeological surveys at Ayodhya. Archaeological excavations have played a significant role in the Ayodhya dispute. The Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, conducted key excavations to determine the nature of the structures existing beneath the Babri Masjid. Findings indicated the presence of an ancient temple beneath the mosque, though these findings were contested by various historians and archaeologists. The evidence included pillars, carvings, and other remnants suggestive of a non-Islamic structure. These findings became crucial in the legal and public discourse surrounding the dispute, often being interpreted in different ways by different groups to support their claims. The archaeological evidence thus added a complex layer to the already intricate tapestry of the Ayodhya dispute. Part 7. The demolition of Babri Masjid. December 6, 1992, the day the Babri Masjid fell. The demolition of the Babri Masjid on December 6, 1992, by a large gathering of Hindu activists and nationalists marked a watershed moment in the history of modern India. The mosque was razed amidst claims that it was built on the sacred site of Ram Janmabhoomi. This act, viewed by many as a symbol of religious intolerance, led to widespread communal riots across India, resulting in a significant loss of life and property. The demolition was condemned nationally and internationally and intensified the Hindu-Muslim divide in the country. It also prompted extensive legal and political debates about secularism, religious freedom, and the rule of law in India. Part 8. The legal battle and Supreme Court verdict. The Ayodhya case, a prolonged legal journey. The Ayodhya dispute led to a series of prolonged and complex legal battles. These culminated in a landmark judgment by the Supreme Court of India in November 2019. The court ordered the disputed land to be handed over to a trust for the construction of a Ram temple, while also allocating a separate plot for the construction of a mosque. This verdict was seen as an attempt to balance the religious and historical claims of both Hindu and Muslim communities. The decision, while settling the land dispute legally, continued to evoke diverse responses, reflecting the deep-seated and multifaceted nature of the issue. Part 9. The construction of the Ram Temple. The rise of the Ram Temple, a new chapter. Following the Supreme Court's verdict, the construction of the Ram Temple at the disputed site began, marking a new phase in the Ayodhya saga. The temple's foundation stone was laid in August 2020, an event that garnered national attention and was symbolically significant for many Hindus. The construction was undertaken by the Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust, formed as per the Supreme Court's directions. The temple's design and architecture drew inspiration from traditional Hindu temple architecture, and the construction became a focal point for Hindu religious and cultural aspirations. Part 10. The Ram Temple and its broader implications. Beyond brick and mortar. The Ram Temple's broader significance. The construction and eventual inauguration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya in 2024 not only marked a physical establishment of a religious structure but also had broader socio-political and cultural implications. For many Hindus, it was seen as a moment of historical rectification and religious pride. For others, it raised concerns about secularism and minority rights in India. The temple became a symbol of a new era in Hindu nationalism and its influence in Indian politics and society. The site's transformation from a contentious ground of dispute to a place of worship reflects the complex and ongoing interplay of religion, history, and national identity in India. Part 11. The role of political parties in the Ayodhya dispute. Political maneuvering. The Ayodhya dispute and Indian politics. The Ayodhya dispute has significantly influenced Indian politics, with various political parties using it to further their agendas. The Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP in particular, played a pivotal role in bringing the issue to the national forefront. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the BJP supported the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, which sought to build a Ram temple at the disputed site. This movement was a key factor in the BJP's rise to national prominence. The Congress Party, historically adopting a secular stance, found itself navigating a complex political landscape influenced by the dispute. Regional parties also engaged with the issue, often reflecting the sentiments of their local constituencies. The dispute highlighted the intersections between religion and politics in India and the challenges of maintaining secularism in a diverse society. Part 12. The impact of the Ayodhya dispute on Hindu-Muslim relations. Communal harmony and conflict. The Ayodhya dispute's impact. The Ayodhya dispute has had a profound impact on Hindu-Muslim relations in India. The demolition of the Babri Masjid and subsequent communal riots were among the most severe instances of communal violence in post-independence India, deeply straining relations between the two communities. These events led to increased mistrust and animosity, and for many, symbolized the marginalization of Muslims in a predominantly Hindu society. The dispute also sparked discussions on the nature of secularism in India and the state's role in protecting minority rights. While it exacerbated communal tensions, it also prompted dialogues and efforts towards communal harmony and understanding. Part 13. Media coverage and public perception. Media narratives in the Ayodhya dispute. The Ayodhya dispute has been extensively covered by the media, influencing public perception and discourse. Media coverage played a crucial role in shaping narratives around the dispute, often reflecting the ideological leanings of different media outlets. The demolition of the Babri Masjid, for instance, received global media attention, bringing international focus to the issue of religious intolerance and secularism in India. The media has been a critical platform for various stakeholders, including political leaders, religious groups, and civil society, to voice their opinions and interpretations of the dispute. The extensive coverage has also highlighted the challenges of responsible journalism in reporting sensitive religious and political issues. Part 14. The cultural and religious repercussions. Cultural reverberations of the Ayodhya dispute. The Ayodhya dispute has not only had political and legal ramifications but has also deeply influenced Indian culture and religious practices. For Hindus, especially those advocating for the Ram temple, the site's transformation has been seen as a validation of their faith and historical narratives. For many Muslims, the demolition of the Babri Masjid remains a painful memory and a symbol of their community's vulnerabilities. The dispute has influenced literature, art, and cinema, often reflecting the complex emotions and viewpoints surrounding it. It also raised questions about the role of religion in public life and the protection of religious sites and cultural heritage. Part 15. The global implications and international reactions. Ayodhya dispute. Echoes beyond borders. The Ayodhya dispute and the demolition of the Babri Masjid garnered significant international attention, impacting India's global image. The event was widely condemned by international leaders and human rights organizations, who expressed concerns over religious intolerance and the protection of minority rights in India. The dispute also affected the Indian diaspora, leading to diverse reactions and mobilizations around issues of identity and nationalism. It brought to the forefront discussions on secularism, democracy, and human rights in the global context, highlighting the challenges faced by pluralistic societies in maintaining communal harmony and upholding the rule of law. Part 16. The role of judiciary in resolving the dispute. The Indian judiciary's role in the Ayodhya saga. The Indian judiciary played a crucial role in resolving the Ayodhya dispute, a testament to its importance in upholding the rule of law in complex socio-religious matters. The legal battle spanned decades, involving multiple court cases and a series of interim orders. The Supreme Court's landmark verdict in 2019, which allocated the disputed land for the construction of a Ram temple and provided an alternative site for a mosque, was seen as a balanced approach to a highly sensitive issue. This decision was significant in setting a legal precedent for resolving religious disputes in India, underlining the judiciary's role as an arbiter in matters where history, religion, and politics intersect. Part 17. Secularism in the Indian state. Testing the waters of Indian secularism. The Ayodhya dispute and the events that unfolded around it posed significant challenges to the principle of secularism in India. Secularism, as enshrined in the Indian constitution, implies state neutrality towards all religions. The demolition of the Babri Masjid, followed by the construction of the Ram temple, raised questions about the state's role in protecting minority rights and ensuring equal treatment of all religions. The incident sparked a national debate on the true essence of secularism in a country with deep religious diversity and how it should be practiced and upheld by the state and its institutions. Part 18. The socio-political aftermath of the demolition. The ripple effects of the Babri Masjid demolition. The demolition of the Babri Masjid had far-reaching socio-political consequences in India. It led to one of the most severe instances of communal violence since the country's partition in 1947, causing extensive loss of life and property. The event significantly altered the course of Indian politics, leading to the rise of Hindu nationalism and reshaping the dynamics between various political parties. It also resulted in an increased sense of insecurity among the Muslim community and contributed to the polarization of Indian society along religious lines. The incident served as a critical moment in India's history, reflecting on its communal harmony and the challenges of navigating religious sensitivities in a pluralistic society. Part 19. The role of Hindu nationalism. Hindu nationalism in the Ayodhya movement. The Ayodhya movement and the construction of the Ram temple have been closely associated with the rise of Hindu nationalism in India. Organizations like the Vishva Hindu Parishad, VHP, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS, and the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, have been instrumental in mobilizing support for the temple and integrating the issue into their broader agenda of promoting Hindu culture and identity. The movement was successful in galvanizing a significant portion of the Hindu population, transforming the Ayodhya dispute from a local issue into a national cause. This phenomenon has had a profound impact on Indian politics, steering the discourse towards majoritarianism and redefining the nature of Indian nationalism. Part 20. The economic and developmental aspects. Ayodhya's transformation, economic and developmental perspectives. The Ayodhya dispute and the construction of the Ram temple have also had economic and developmental implications for the region. The development of the temple is expected to boost tourism in Ayodhya, with the government and private entities investing in infrastructure and facilities to accommodate the influx of pilgrims and tourists. This has led to expectations of economic growth and job creation in the area. However, it has also raised concerns about commercialization and the potential impact on Ayodhya's social and cultural fabric. The transformation of Ayodhya into a major religious destination represents a significant shift in the region's economic and developmental trajectory. Part 21. Economic and business growth in Ayodhya. Ayodhya's economic resurgence post-temple construction. With the construction and inauguration of the Ram temple, Ayodhya has witnessed significant economic and business growth. Local businesses, especially those related to religious tourism, have seen a substantial increase in demand. For instance, there's been a notable surge in the production and sale of religious items like miniature temple replicas. Additionally, the hospitality sector in Ayodhya is experiencing a boom, with an increase in the number of hotels and guest houses catering to the rising number of tourists and pilgrims. This growth is attributed to the enhanced religious and cultural significance of Ayodhya following the temple's construction, drawing more visitors to the city. Part 22. Infrastructure development in Ayodhya. Reinventing Ayodhya, infrastructure and development projects. The development of Ayodhya has been a key focus, with numerous infrastructure projects initiated to support the expected influx of tourists. This includes the construction of a new railway station modeled on the Ram Temple, an international airport, and modern townships. Roads have been widened and upgraded with decorative streetlights, enhancing the city's aesthetic appeal. These infrastructure developments are not just transforming the city's physical landscape but also positioning Ayodhya as a significant spiritual and cultural destination in India. Part 23. Challenges and controversies in development. Development at a cost. Challenges in Ayodhya's transformation. While Ayodhya's development has brought economic opportunities, it has also presented challenges. Some local traders have faced difficulties due to disruptions caused by construction work and road widening projects. Issues like compensation for demolished shops and the relocation of businesses have been points of contention. These challenges highlight the complexities involved in balancing development goals with the needs and rights of local communities. Part 24. Tourism and pilgrimage in Ayodhya. Ayodhya as a pilgrimage hub. The rise in tourism. Tourism has significantly benefited from the construction of the Ram Temple, with a marked increase in the number of visitors to Ayodhya. The city's transformation into a major religious and tourist destination is evident from the growing number of hotels and guest houses. The anticipation of a continuous rise in tourist footfall is driving further investment in the tourism sector, with initiatives aimed at enhancing visitor experiences. Part 25. Socioeconomic impacts on local communities. The local impact. Ayodhya's socioeconomic transformation. The developments in Ayodhya are having a profound socioeconomic impact on the local community. Employment opportunities have increased, particularly in sectors like hospitality and tourism. There's a sense of optimism among local business owners about future growth prospects. However, the city's transformation has also brought challenges, such as the need for adequate compensation and support for those affected by the developmental changes. This highlights the need for inclusive development that considers the welfare of all community members. Part 26. Environmental concerns in urban planning. Balancing growth with sustainability. Environmental aspects in Ayodhya's development. The rapid development in Ayodhya has raised environmental concerns. Urban planning initiatives are required to ensure sustainable development, particularly in managing the ecological impact of large-scale construction and tourism. There is a need for careful planning to maintain Ayodhya's historical and cultural heritage while accommodating modern infrastructure. This involves addressing issues like waste management, pollution control, and preserving green spaces, ensuring that development does not come at the cost of environmental degradation. Part 27. Cultural and heritage preservation. Preserving Ayodhya's heritage in the midst of modernization. In the process of transforming Ayodhya into a major religious and tourist destination, preserving the cultural and historical heritage of the city is crucial. Efforts are needed to protect ancient sites, traditional art forms, and local customs from being overshadowed by modernization. This includes conserving historical buildings, promoting local arts and crafts, and integrating cultural heritage into the city's development plans. Ensuring that Ayodhya's rich history and traditions are preserved is key to maintaining its unique identity. Part 28. Impact on local society and lifestyles. Societal changes. Ayodhya's evolving community dynamics. The developments in Ayodhya have brought about significant changes in the local society and lifestyles. The influx of tourists and pilgrims, along with the economic boom, is influencing the daily lives of residents. While this has led to increased opportunities, it also poses challenges in terms of adapting to a rapidly changing social environment. Issues like increased cost of living and the potential for cultural dilution are concerns for the local community. Understanding and addressing these societal impacts is important for ensuring a harmonious balance between development and the preservation of local culture. Part 29. The role of religious institutions in development. Faith and development. The influence of religious bodies. Religious institutions have played a significant role in shaping the development narrative in Ayodhya. These bodies are not only important in the spiritual realm but also influence socio-economic aspects. Their involvement in the construction and management of the Ram temple, along with other religious sites, has implications for local governance and community development. The collaboration between religious institutions and government bodies is crucial in ensuring that development aligns with the religious and cultural ethos of Ayodhya. Part 30. The future of Ayodhya, prospects and challenges. Envisioning Ayodhya's future, aspirations and hurdles. Looking forward, Ayodhya stands at a crossroads of significant religious, cultural, and economic transformation. The city's future as a major religious hub is replete with prospects for growth and development. However, this journey is not without challenges. Balancing modern development with heritage conservation, managing environmental impacts, ensuring inclusive growth for all community members, and maintaining communal harmony are key challenges. How Ayodhya navigates these challenges will shape its identity and role in India's cultural and religious landscape in the years to come. Part 31. Education and skill development in Ayodhya. Ayodhya's educational landscape in the wake of development. As Ayodhya evolves, education and skill development become crucial for empowering the local population. With the growth in tourism and related industries, there is a growing need for skilled professionals in hospitality, tourism management, and cultural heritage preservation. This necessitates the establishment and enhancement of educational institutions and vocational training centers in Ayodhya. Fostering an environment that promotes learning and skill development will be key to ensuring that the local workforce can benefit from the city's transformation. Part 32. Healthcare infrastructure and services, upgrading healthcare in the developing Ayodhya. With the increasing population and influx of tourists in Ayodhya, enhancing healthcare infrastructure and services is imperative. The city requires modern medical facilities to cater to the needs of both residents and visitors. This includes upgrading existing hospitals, establishing new medical centers, and ensuring access to primary healthcare services. Attention to public health is vital in maintaining the well-being of the community amidst the city's rapid development. Part 33. Public transportation and connectivity. Revamping transportation. Connecting Ayodhya. Improving public transportation and connectivity is essential for Ayodhya's development as a major pilgrimage and tourist destination. Efficient and sustainable transportation systems, including expanded road networks, reliable public transit, and better rail and air connectivity, are key to facilitating easy access to the city. Enhancing transportation infrastructure will not only aid tourists and pilgrims but also benefit the local population, contributing to the overall economic growth of the region. Part 34. Ayodhya in the digital age. Digitizing Ayodhya. Embracing technological advancements. In the digital age, integrating technology into Ayodhya's development is crucial. This includes leveraging digital platforms for tourism management, using smart solutions for urban planning, and promoting digital literacy among the local population. The adoption of technology can enhance the visitor experience, improve public services, and support the city's administration. Embracing digital innovation will be instrumental in transforming Ayodhya into a modern, yet culturally rich city. Part 35. Ayodhya's role in national and international diplomacy. Ayodhya on the global stage, diplomatic and cultural exchanges. As Ayodhya gains prominence, its role in national and international diplomacy is evolving. The city's religious and cultural significance offers opportunities for cultural exchanges and diplomatic engagements. Ayodhya can serve as a site for interfaith dialogues, cultural festivals, and international tourism promotions, enhancing India's cultural diplomacy. This global engagement can foster mutual understanding and cooperation, positioning Ayodhya as an important player in cultural and religious dialogues on the international stage. Part 36. Ayodhya's impact on regional politics. Regional political dynamics shaped by Ayodhya's evolution. Ayodhya's transformation has ramifications for regional politics. Political parties and leaders at the state level often align their agendas with the developments in Ayodhya, recognizing its cultural and religious significance. The city's evolution into a religious hub influences electoral politics, policymaking, and regional identity. The way political entities navigate these changes and their stance on Ayodhya's development can significantly impact their political fortunes in the region. Part 37. Conservation of natural resources in Ayodhya. Sustainable development. Conserving natural resources in Ayodhya. As Ayodhya undergoes development, conserving natural resources becomes a priority. Strategies for sustainable urban planning that protect water bodies, green spaces, and air quality are essential. Environmental conservation efforts need to be integrated with the city's expansion plans to ensure that Ayodhya's growth is ecologically sustainable. This includes promoting green technologies, efficient resource management, and public awareness about environmental conservation. Part 38. Ayodhya's evolving identity in Indian culture. Ayodhya's cultural renaissance and national identity. Ayodhya's development is reshaping its identity within Indian culture. As a city with ancient historical significance, its evolution influences how it is perceived and experienced culturally. Ayodhya's growing prominence as a religious and tourist destination impacts Indian cultural narratives, potentially leading to a renaissance of traditional arts, crafts, and cultural practices. This evolving identity contributes to the broader tapestry of India's diverse cultural heritage. Part 39. Social harmony and communal relations. Nurturing social harmony in a transforming Ayodhya. Maintaining social harmony and positive communal relations is crucial as Ayodhya develops. The city's history of religious disputes necessitates efforts to foster an inclusive and respectful environment. Initiatives for interfaith dialogue, community engagement, and cultural events that celebrate diversity can help in building bridges between different communities. Promoting social cohesion is key to ensuring that Ayodhya's development is inclusive and beneficial for all. Part 40. Ayodhya's future as a global spiritual destination. Ayodhya's ascent to global prominence as a spiritual hub. Ayodhya's potential as a global spiritual destination is significant. With its rich religious and cultural heritage, the city has the potential to attract visitors from around the world. Developing Ayodhya as a center for spiritual learning, interfaith dialogue, and cultural exchange can enhance its global appeal. By balancing modern development with the preservation of its spiritual essence, Ayodhya can emerge as a beacon of religious harmony and cultural richness on the international stage. Part 41. Grand Temple in Ayodhya was officially opened to the public. The Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya was officially opened to the public on January 23, 2024, following a significant ceremony. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the consecration of the temple, which is built on a site believed to be the birthplace of the Hindu deity Lord Rama. This event marked a historic moment for many devotees across India. On the day it opened, the Ram Temple in Ayodhya witnessed an overwhelming response from the public. Nearly 5 lakh devotees visited the temple, eager to catch a glimpse of the newly installed idol of Ram Lala, a 51-inch tall figure crafted by Mysuru-based sculptor Arun Yogaraj. This marked a remarkable turnout for the temple's opening day, reflecting its significance in the devotion of many followers. The temple will be open for visitors during 2 time slots daily, from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The day saw a huge influx of devotees, many of whom had queued up since the early hours of the morning to offer prayers at the temple. Security personnel, including police and paramilitary forces, faced challenges in managing the large crowds. Prime Minister Modi, in his address during the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, emphasized the significance of the temple not only as a religious site but also as a symbol of peace, patience, harmony, and amity in Indian society. He urged people to look beyond the construction of the temple and work towards building a strong, grand, and divine India. The opening of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya has been seen as a momentous occasion, and it is expected to attract lakhs of pilgrims and tourists in the coming days. End note. The demolition of the Babri Masjid and the subsequent construction of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya are complex and highly sensitive issues that involve a mix of religious beliefs, historical claims, and legal judgments. These events have been subject to various perspectives and interpretations, often reflecting the religious, cultural, and political views of individuals and groups. In November 2019, the Supreme Court of India delivered a landmark judgment in this matter, aiming to resolve the long-standing dispute by ordering the land to be handed over for the construction of a Ram temple, while also allocating a separate plot for the construction of a mosque. The court's decision was based on an extensive review of historical evidence, archaeological findings, and legal principles. It is important to consider these events in the context of India's diverse and pluralistic society, where multiple viewpoints exist on religious and historical matters. Question. As we've explored the complex layers of history, belief, and law surrounding the Ayodhya dispute, culminating in the demolition of the Babri Masjid and the construction of the Ram temple, it brings us to a reflective question. What are your thoughts on this historical and deeply emotive turn of events? Do you think the resolution reached is a step towards reconciliation and harmony, or does it raise concerns about cultural and religious coexistence? Share your views and be a part of this ongoing dialogue. For more videos like these, please like, share and subscribe, and please press the bell icon.